Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a momentous occasion. Today is July 12th, 2021. I'm DSP. I was not expecting to be here today with this hair doing this video. This is completely out of the blue. What the? This is completely out of the blue. This is something completely unexpected. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I am unboxing my brand spanking new Xbox Series X as donated by a fan. Alright? I did not think this would happen. Keep in mind that I've wanted one of these since November of last year. I did not have the ability to get both consoles last year, and the consoles are in such short supply worldwide because of scalpers, it's nearly impossible to get one. Now, outside of one single game in 2021, the Medium, there really have been no exclusives on this console that I've missed out on because I didn't have one. But now, finally, what's happening is, over the course of the next several months, there are some major games coming out that are big, new, high-profile releases that are going to be day one available on Game Pass. In addition to that, there's some games that are exclusive to the console that I would not be able to play if I didn't have it, like Microsoft Flight Simulator, Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite, just among a few. That having this console, alright, gives me a monstrous benefit over not having it. I'll be missing out on these games or having to play a much inferior version. In the case of Forza Horizon, having to play the Xbox One version instead of the Xbox Series X version, you see? So I've been talking the past couple of months about, man, I really want one, but sadly things just have not worked out. As you guys know, financially, things have been really bad for me and just really effing annoying because of that, okay? The good news is, a fan donated me an Xbox Series X, even though there were actually several trolls who pretended to be fans and lied and led me along for weeks on end. A real fan came out of nowhere and said, I have one sitting around unopened for like months and months, and I'm a PC gamer, I'm not going to use it. I'd like to donate it to you for your streams. This is pretty amazing. This is going to be so cool because, number one, being able to compare this now directly to the PS5 and the PS5's performance from the last 8 months that I've been playing it. Being able to compare this to the Xbox One, which I've been playing on recently, and I'll be able to directly compare the controller and things like that. To be able to benefit from Game Pass, we're going to have so much new content coming out of this because of Game Pass alone, where I'll be able to go to Game Pass, see what games are on there, play games I never would have played before. This is going to be super exciting. Like, I am really stoked that I got this. And again, I'll just say this to the person who donated it. Thank you. I personally thanked them earlier today, and they wrote me back and said, thank you for keeping my identity a secret because your trolls are so malicious. We know they'd probably come after me if I was out there. So thank you so much to the person who donated this. I couldn't afford it. I wouldn't have been able to get it myself. Now is the perfect time for this. Okay? So this is going to be the live unboxing and me basically looking at the thing, messing around with it a little bit, and then actually hooking it up, getting it working with my capture setup, booting it for the very first time, and then on top of that, trying to get it working and investigating the menu. From what I'm to understand, it's very similar to the Xbox One, which is fine. Taking a look at Game Pass, maybe signing up, if I can sign up for maybe Game Pass tonight, get that working. And then basically, you know, that's tonight, is just unboxing it, looking at it, getting it hooked up, getting it working, investigation, that kind of initial stuff. I am going to be doing another stream tomorrow on my earlier session, which is a much longer session. That's going to be actually messing with it, playing games. Getting games that maybe I missed out on, like the Medium, maybe trying out a game from the past that runs better now, like, I don't know, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, or maybe even comparing, getting a game that's on Game Pass that I already played on PS5, comparing the two visuals and seeing what's better. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be really fun. Tomorrow is going to be an exceptionally fun day once I've got this thing hooked up and working. But we've got to get it going first, and we got to start with an unboxing. It all starts here. As they say, better late than never. It's 8 months after the release of this console that I'm unboxing it, but here's the thing. Unlike any other console unboxing, you can't freaking get this damn thing. You know what I'm saying? People want this badly and can't really get it because it's still so scarce. So it's still a special unboxing despite the fact that it's late. Any other console unboxing it 8 months after the release, it ain't a big deal. This is actually a big deal because it's so goddamn rare. Okay? Shout outs, first of all, because, oh my god, a bunch of contributions came in. Gary BKK just did a whopping $100 tip, says, I have returned. Thank you so much, Gary. I appreciate your support, man, recently and, of course, today as well. Let's get that up on the leaderboard. Thank you, Gary, for being here tonight. Also, I received a $1.30 tip from Your boy Carlitos 2000, who says, how much would it take to replay Super Mario Sunshine again? You dislike the game looking back at the playthrough. I would play it again if there was a reason. I really don't think that there's a reason right now. I would argue that I own the collection on Switch that has that plus, you know, Mario 64 plus Galaxy. But I would actually much prefer to play Galaxy 2, which I never played before I would replay Sunshine. You know, I'd rather replace a game I've never played before. Okay, so that's that with that. But then we had Super Chats and everything coming in too. Good Lord. So hold on, let me refresh the Super Chats to give shout-outs here. Okay, Adam H became a channel member. Thank you, Adam H. We are so close to hitting our channel member goal for the month of July. We are at 198 out of 200. I mean, this is the closest we've been. It may have very well happen tonight. We'll see. Connor X Crash did a super chat. Thank you very much, Connor. And then Philip Stafford did a super chat and said, I've had the Xbox X for a minute. You'll have fun. Thank you, Philip Stafford, for the super chat. Let's get that on the leaderboard. I'm just going to say Philip S again. Thank you for the super chat. All right. It's time. Enough dilly-dallying, enough introduction. It's time to unbox this thing, okay? Now, first of all, I've confirmed it's real. When it did come, it had the plastic sticker seals all around the edges here to seal the box. I opened it up just to check there was a console in there. Yes, there's a console in here. It's not a trick. It's not some elaborate ruse. It's not some trolling situation where I, like, open it up and all of a sudden a big pop-up balloon comes out and says, have fun with gout or something like that. It's actually real, okay? It's a real Xbox Series S console. Nice picture of it on the front, on the side. A picture of the entire console along with the controller. On the back, there's a picture of some game or something that's in development. I don't know. I never heard of it. Some game that maybe was supposed to come out last year got delayed. Who cares about that? And on the side here, it talks about all the features of the Xbox Series X that no one even knows what they mean. Like, for example, velocity architecture. Oh, I'm sure that really isn't just like a marketing jargon term. It actually means something. It's like blast processing is in this thing, right? Of course it is. So what comes in here? The console, a controller, HDMI cable, wireless. It doesn't even say power adapter. You have to assume it has a power adapter in there. For them to understand, the controller is completely wireless. Like, even though you technically should get a cable for it, it doesn't come with it. I don't know if I'm going to have one, so I hope the thing syncs. If it doesn't sync, I don't know how I'm supposed to turn the goddamn thing on. I guess we're going to find out, okay? Okay, now. By the way, don't worry about that. Phil's Bills says, make sure you do HDMI calibration correctly. I don't have to worry about that. Want to know why? I can't use HDR. My capture setup doesn't use it, so I'm not using it. It's just going to by default be off, and I'm never turning it on. So there you go. Okay. It is time to open this mother. By the way, it's heavy. It's pretty heavy. Now, direct comparison. The box is way smaller than the box of the PS5. Remember when I unboxed the PS5, how ginormous that box was? This thing is very small. It's about the same size as an Xbox 360 box. Yeah, they really made it way more compact. I mean, the PS5 is huge. This thing is obviously not anywhere near as big. Okay. Thank you to SMR Tad, who did a super chat. He says, this is actually a really weird stream for him because he was on the quality assurance team for Xbox Series X until the whole thing was shut down because of COVID. Well, SMR Tad, now you'll get to see how good that quality assurance really was. Because what if this thing is a brick? What if it's a lemon, right? Well, I'm going to hold you personally responsible then. I'm going to come after you. No, I'm not. I'm just being stupid. Okay. Are we ready? Hold on. I'm thirsty. All right. Let's do this. Finally. Finally. Here we go. Let's open it. So first of all, how do you open it? Oh, okay. Like this. Ready? Be careful. Oh. Oh. Okay. Power your dreams. Wow, that's what I want to do. Power my dreams. All right. So that's the console. I think this is the accessories box right here on top. Okay. So that's the accessories box itself. Now, hold on. I see a card in here, and I want to make sure that there's no, like, number or something on the card that's going to get exposed on the stream that I need to register the thing or something. Let's see. No. This is telling you actually how do you, it's telling you actually how to do your controller. It tells you what the ports are on the console and all of that jazz. All that stuff. And on the back, it tells you how to put the batteries and everything into the controller and everything. Okay? Alright. I'm glad that that wasn't like... See, remember, previously I used to open consoles, I would open games, and there'd be like a code on a piece of paper, and I'd be unboxing it, and then the fucking code would be on the video, and then I would realize that after, and luckily back then I didn't live stream, so I'd have to rush and enter the codes first before I put the video live on YouTube so no one stole my codes. So that's that. I guess the first thing we'll do is look at the console, right? Let's take the console out, then we'll look at the accessories and everything. But let's take a look at the console, alright? What does it smell like? Doritos. Ooh. Oh, I hate... No, it doesn't smell like Doritos. It smells like a factory fresh scent, like anything that you get fresh out of like a manufacturing factory, right? Okay. So let me take this sucker out. It's very heavy. Oh my god. It's like deceptively heavy. Oh. Holy crap, that's heavy. Ooh, I did not expect it to be that heavy. You know what it is? It's about the same heft or weight as the PS5, but it's very condensed. It's just like this rectangular shape, so it's heavy as fuck. It's like, damn, don't drop this on your foot. You'll smash your goddamn toes into paste. That thing is heavy as shit, man. So just to show, there's nothing else in the box. Very, very straightforward. That's it. There's nothing else to even show in here. I'm going to put the box down because there's nothing there. Alright, nothing at all. That's your accessories box, and we'll open that second. But first, I actually want to look at the console and see what it looks like. It's made of plutonium. That's bad news. I'm going to start melting any second then. Okay, so... Oh, yeah. It smells just like factory fresh. Now, let me take... Oh, it's like lemons. Delicious fresh lemons. That's... Alright. So, I guess... Okay, you pull that. There's a QR code on there. I don't know what the fuck the QR code is supposed to be. I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to scan it with my phone. I'm not a nerd. I don't care about that. No one scans QR codes but nerds. We all know that. Okay. Alright. So here it is. It's nicely wrapped. It's tightly wrapped like a Christmas present on Christmas morn. You know, like little Jimmy runs downstairs all excited. Mommy, what did you get me for Christmas? And she hands him like the most perfectly wrapped present that took her like hours to painstakingly wrap. And Jimmy says, fuck that! And you just rip the shit apart like this. Says, fuck that wrapping! Get that out, get out with the present. So here it is. Okay. Alright. I'm actually not going to destroy the wrapping. I was being silly. Alright, so... The fuck is this? It's made of Legos! No, it's not. I'm trying to get my bearings here. I'll need this packaging paper out of the way. I'm trying to get my bearings of the console. So, it actually is green on the top. Like, you could see the... Look at that. See at an angle? It actually is green at an angle on the top. That's a ginormous fucking fan on the top of this thing. So, likely, I mean... I'm trying to think, like, how am I going to position this in my entertainment center? As I'm going to show you when I set it up, I cannot stand it up like this. There's no room. I have to lay this thing flat. So I'm assuming the best thing is lay it flat on its side, because you need to have the ports exposed. Oh, here you go. It has feet. Oh, cool. Okay, it has feet. So you know, you got to do it like this. This is how they want you to lay it then, like that. And what I'm trying to figure out is, how would I... I guess that's the power button on the front right there. That must be the power button. Yep, it's a button, alright. That must be the eject button for the discs. Okay. There's a USB port on the front of it, right there. There's a, what I appears to be a wireless sync button on there, right? A wireless sync button right there to sync the controller. It has to go on the feet, so it would have to go flat like this. So I guess I would aim it with the fan at me, blowing on me. Or would I face it with the fan blowing to the back of the entertainment center? I guess it doesn't really matter. Actually, if I do it more like this, this makes sense, actually. This is how I'm going to put it into my center, just like this. Because then the cords will face where they need to be pointing. Yeah, okay. What ports do we got on this sucker? We got two USB. Two USB. We've got a Ethernet, of course. Power cable port. Storage expansion port. That's right, because I believe they sell expansion SSDs for this. if you want to expand your storage right off the get-go, you could do it. And that was one of the big criticisms of PlayStation 5, was that you actually could not do that at all. You could only get like what it was in there. And then they said later on, at a later date, they would sell like proprietary or supported hard drives. But apparently for this one, there are hard drives you can get right off the bat to get more storage, right? And then HDMI. So nothing special, no optical out, just like the PlayStation 5. No optical out, no dual audio out. So once again, for headphone users like me, both consoles went the same way and took out a critical feature that would have made it very easy to have full surround sound and everything, and I'm not going to get it. And there's nothing I could do about that. But I will still be able to use the same headphones that I use for PS5 on here, because I'm going to be using the same old-ass adapter thing from Astro in order to use this. I'm just going to have it plugged into my TV. It's going to be bootleg, but it's what I got to do, okay? All right, it's a $200. Yeah, people are saying the expansion SSD for this thing is $200. $200 if you'd like more storage space on your Xbox Series S or X. That's insane, but at least it's available. Now, it does have a nice stand on the bottom, and it actually says here, hello from Xbox. What? Xbox hello from Seattle? Does this say this on the bottom of everyone's Xbox? Xbox hello from Seattle? I mean, I live 45 minutes from Seattle, so I guess I should go back and say, hey, how you doing? To say hi back to them, because it actually says this on the bottom of the Xbox, hello from Seattle. I don't know if anyone noticed that. There's a stand. It does have a stand on the bottom here. It doesn't rotate. I guess it's just to keep it a little bit more sturdy if you're going to stand it up. I'm never going to use that, so that'll just be on there forever for me and never come off. I don't know if it is removable or not. It doesn't seem to be. It seems like it's pretty well affixed on there. I don't think it pops off. It's a nice little unit. I'm going to be honest here. I like this. Even though it's as basic as can be, it doesn't look impressive, right? There's nothing impressive looking about this. But it's compact. It feels like it's durable. It feels like they really engineered it nicely. And they made the packaging compact and small so that this isn't the biggest box you've ever seen in your life. The PS5, I like the look of it. I like the form factor of it. But that thing is a nightmare. Like, when you try to get it to stand up on your entertainment center, oops, I touched it wrong. It fell off the stand. Now I have to try to balance the fucking thing back on the stand to get it to balance again, because it's this weird artistic design. You know, I like how artistic it is. It looks stylish, but for, like, utility, it's kind of annoying. This thing, you can tell, it's a fucking box. How can you go wrong with a box? Just sit still. It ain't gonna move around, it ain't gonna fall. You know what I mean? And it basically takes up way less time. You know, way less time. Excuse me, way less time. Way less space. I got time and space confused. You know, they're very similar things. Way less space. Putting this into my entertainment center, you're going to see side by side, your eyes are going to be like, what? This thing is way smaller than the PS5. This is going to take up way less space than the PS5, and it's actually going to slide in there real nice. So, all right. That's the console. All right. Let's put that down for now. Let's now investigate this stuff. But before we do, I got to do some shout-outs. A lot of contributions came in. Timo Slice had done a $1 tip, and he says, unlike PS5, the Xbox has a built-in Windows surround sound. Works amazing. You don't need to use that thing you use for PS5 surround. Yes, I do, because it's the only way that I can plug headphones into this thing. Because remember, it doesn't have dual audio out. So if you just plugged headphones directly into the console, you wouldn't be able to do audio out for your stream, right? Same thing as PS5. So if I'm going to use audio out, I need to use the hell do you call it? The optical audio cable coming out of my TV, and to do that, I need to use this thing from Astro. So thank you for the tip there. There's some super chats came in too. What the fuck is that? That's not what I wanted. It does? Alright, I stand corrected. Super Blind Man has corrected me. He says the Xbox Series X does do audio out! It does do the dual audio out, so that means if I wanted to, I could just plug headphones directly into it. Now, I don't know if I want to do that because it wouldn't work anyway. If I wanted to use these headphones, the Pulse 3D headphones from the PS5, they wouldn't work that way because these are just headphone jack, and there's no headphone jack on this thing. Maybe if I plugged it directly into the Xbox headset, I guess we're gonna have to try this. We will try this together. We will experiment with this together and figure this shit out. How about that? We'll actually do a live test. If I plug these headphones with just a standard headphone jack into the Xbox Series X controller, can I get audio through the headphones and you guys will hear something on the stream? We're gonna find out live. And if that works, that is a huge one-up on Sony, in my opinion. You might not give two diddly dicks, but I'm a content creator and I want fucking surround sound. I demand it. I demand it. I demand it. Super Blind Man says, yes, it's the one weird victory of Xbox. You can plug your headphones into the controller and get audio through HDMI. I'm not kidding. Genius level intelligence from Xbox for once. What? You mean we should keep the features of the last console generation in our current console generation that costs more? Yes. Okay, some more shout outs. Hold on, I have a bunch of super chats to shoot out here. Shoot out? I'm not shooting anyone. I have super chats to shout out, and then we're going to continue to unbox this thing. Okay? MK3 Kratos did a $2 super chat, says as a power cord, not an adapter. Oh, it's just a cord this time around? There's no ginormous 40-pound power block in this thing? Wow. They actually put the power thing inside the console this time. I'm seeing major improvements so far over the last gen, that's for sure. Connor X Crash did a super chat, says, are you going to get the KFC console? I already have it. However, it doesn't really keep the chicken warm that well, so I got rid of it. I sold it. Timbo Slice tipped me $2, Timbo Slice did a $2 super chat, and he says controller syncs and updates wirelessly. And Zaid did a $10 super chat and says, I've been watching since Resident Evil 5 with Rambo. Keep it up, brother. Thank you, brother. We're brothers from another mother. Timbo Slice, actually, let me put Zaid or Zaid as the last super chatter first before I shout out Timbo Slice again. Shit. There we go. Timbo Slice tipped $1, says, how it works, any headset, surround or not, will be plugged into the controller. The system uses its own power to make the surround sound. It's one of the cool things not talked about much. All right, do you want to know the truth about this now? Ladies and gentlemen, if this is all true, if Super Blind Man and Timbo Slice, you know, one of my longest running supporters and followers and one of my actual moderators, if they're not horrendously lying to me to make me look bad, which I'm sure they are, these people who are very malicious and evil to me, right? Unless they're being very malicious and evil, if this is the truth, people have asked me the question earlier today. They said, Phil, now that you have an Xbox Series X and a PS5 for cross-platform games, what are you going to choose? Do you want to know my honest answer? If this is true, I want surround sound. This is one of the hugest things that has irked me about the PlayStation 5, that I paid so much money for that console and I cannot fucking get even surround sound in my games. It hurts. I'm playing Call of Duty without surround sound. It's a detriment. I should have it. I bought the console, I bought the headphones, and I have no surround sound, right? So, yeah. This is awesome, you know? This is cool. And if that's the truth, damn, dude. I think I made my choice. I'm going to make my choice. All right? But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay? All right, now, I got distracted. Let's go ahead and let us take a look at what's in this sucker. What's in this box here? Let's open it up. We've got many cords and things here. I'll just go left to right. So we'll start off with this. This is the product warranty and guide. Okay. We've got an HDMI cable, which I'm not going to need because I still have one from, PS5. I'm just going to use the same. I switched the cables between. So I'll probably just keep swapping the same cable back and forth. I don't need to use this cable or anything specific there. But it's nice that it comes with the cable, obviously. You can't go wrong with extra cables. Absolutely, people were correct. There's the power cord. It's just a standard power cord. However, it's kind of short, it looks like. I guess maybe this is probably a standard, what is it, a 3-footer or 6-footer? It looks short, actually. Let's take a look at this. And another QR code, again, you nerds out there, you want to scan that with your phone, go right ahead. I'm sure you did. I'm not doing that. I'm throwing that right out. Get rid of that. Get rid of this transparent shit. Get out of there. It's really skinny. It's short, man. That's not even, yeah, that's no way that's 6 feet. I'm 6 feet tall, okay? That cord only goes down past my dick to my knee. Actually, it goes about as long as my dick. My dick goes past my knee. I have a very long dick. Okay, no. It goes, I guess it's about 6 feet. I'm stretching it out. Maybe it's 5 feet. It's about 5 to 6 feet long, this cord. Not super long, but people are cracking up now. Not super long, but I guess we'll say it should be fine. For my purposes, it should definitely reach the power adapter over there. No problem. Okay. Okay. Yeah, low swinger. Super Bat Cat to me, $7.55. Says, congrats on the new console. Great to know that there are generous and nice people in the world. Indeed. Indeed. Especially with the fact that some of the nastiest, most malicious people ever I have to deal with on a daily basis. It's nice every once in a while to have something nice happen, and I really appreciate this. I do. Okay? Okay. Alright, so that's it for the power cable section. It's like empty there. It feels hollow. What do we got here? Looks like that. Is that really it? I think the back end's hollow here. I think that's the controller. Now, wait a minute. Yeah, it's empty. There's nothing in the back. That's it. This is literally it. Okay. I'm a little nervous. Does that mean it doesn't come with batteries? I don't know if I have any batteries. I'm serious. I'm out of double A's. This could be bad. Uh-oh. Okay. So here it is. My first exposure to the Xbox Series X controller. It's the first time I'm ever going to get my hands on this thing. Okay? Are you ready? Oh, hold on. I received a tip from SMR Tad. $4.20 says you got to scan the QR codes so the Chinese child who puts them on all gets to keep his 20 cents an hour job. That's very incredibly racist. That's also culturally insensitive. So I'm very upset that you would say that, SMR Tad, on my stream. I do appreciate the tip and the support, but that is really messed up, and you should really think about your actions tonight and maybe reflect on improving yourself. Okay. So, what it looks to me is that the Xbox Series X controller is going to use exactly the same kind of USB cable that the PlayStation 5 controller uses, which is, what is it, USB Type-C or whatever it is, the latest thing. Oh, I lucked out. It's got batteries. It's got them. That's how you do it. Alright, so, first glance at the Xbox Series X controller. Not gonna lie, it's incredibly similar to the Xbox One controller. The immediate things that I'm noticing that look a little different, it looks like the shoulder buttons are slightly differently designed and positioned. They actually have a texture to them on the top now, like little micro textures on the top as if to grip, which didn't have that on the Xbox One. The back of the controller, incredibly similarly to the PS5 controller, also has a texture. You're never gonna see it. It's so small, but it has a texture on it. It's not smooth. So just remember, on the PS5 controller, it has those microscopic Sony symbols like X, triangle, square, circle. They got some kind of grip on here. I don't know if it's like microscopic X's, or maybe it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's like microscopic Phil Spencer heads or something on here. It could be. I don't know. It's so small, there's no way you would tell without a microscope. But it's a grip. There's definitely a grip to it that there was not present at all on the Xbox One controller. Okay? The actual thumbsticks themselves look almost identical to the Xbox One controller, and actually do have a slight rubberized texture around the edges. That's something the PlayStation 5 controllers don't have, and the Xbox One and now Xbox Series X controller does have, is that texture around the thumbstick. It's kind of useful, because you always know you have your thumbs correctly in the right position when you grab the controller. In addition to that, again, unlike PS5 or any PlayStation controller, the thumbsticks are not in the same parallel position. You have one down here one down here and one up here. So when you're holding the controller, your left thumbstick is to move, your right thumbstick is to aim, and it feels a little bit different than the PlayStation controller. Now, last gen, I felt that the Xbox One controller was superior to the PlayStation 4 controller. Will I feel that the Xbox Series X is superior to the PS5? We're going to find out. The one glaring difference is the D-pad. That D-pad is nothing like the D-pad that was on the Xbox Series One, Xbox One controller. And the reason I can directly compare that is because I have it right here. This is the actual launch controller of Xbox One. It says right on it, Day 1 2013. It had that weird metallic D-pad. And at first I thought, oh, that D-pad's really cool. Until I started using it to play Killer Instinct. And I can 100% tell you when I started using that D-pad, it sucks. It was not good for fighting games. And at the time, there were no joysticks or anything available on the Xbox. So it actually was a pain in the ass to play fighting games on the Xbox One. Because that D-pad was not a very good D-pad. Okay? So, will that end up being better or worse? Well, let me feel it. It definitely feels interesting because unlike the other D-pad, it's definitely caved in. You know what they say, it's convex or concave? It's caved in. So when you put your thumb on it, it feels naturally at rest because it's kind of sinking into the controller. And I can definitely see, like, if I was going to do a Shoryuken or Hadouken, even a 360, like, you know, spinning pile driver on this thing. And you can hear the, do you hear that, actually? Listen. You can actually actively hear every click that you push on the D-pad. So I'm going to do a 360, all right? To do that, I have to press forward, down, back, and then up. 4 clicks. You could hear the 4 clicks. Did you hear them? I'm going to do a Shoryuken. That should be 3 clicks. See that? That's actually neat. I like that. You know you're doing the right input because you feel and hear it, as opposed to this thing. It's flimsy. It's mushy. By the way, it's mushy. This D-pad is a mushy D-pad. You can't really feel clicks at all when you hold it. It feels like mush. This D-pad, I'm actively feeling clicks as I touch the directions. I think they actually really improved. They got so much criticism, right? Probably from that D-pad, they went back to the drawing board and completely redesigned the D-pad from the ground up. This feels good to me. Now, doesn't mean shit. Doesn't mean shit. We could play a game and it sucks. I've had D-pad, they look great, and you go to play and in utility it blows. We'll find out when I actually start playing games, but it definitely feels like I can feel every click. I know I'm down, forward. I can feel the click, so I know I did it. Doesn't mean the game's going to execute with it, but I know I did it. I'm honestly very curious now about fighting games on the Xbox Series X. How they'll perform. I'm actually really interested in that now. Anyway, thumbsticks, moving them around for the first time, they feel almost identical to the Xbox One. They're very similar. I don't think they've done much difference there in the thumbsticks themselves. Face buttons feel almost the same, although I was correct. The face buttons are slightly more close together than they are in the Xbox One controller. It's just a very small difference, but they are absolutely closer together than they are in the Xbox One controller for some reason, okay? Now, one thing I'm noticing that's a definite difference, okay? There's a new button on this thing, right in the smack dab in the middle. I don't know what that is. I'm seeing, that's supposed to be like your start button. This is your other, I don't even know what they call these buttons anymore because they're all fucking weird shit. There's no more start, select, or anything. But there's a new button. I have no clue what that new button will do until we boot the console and we mess around with it, I guess. You know, it could do anything. I don't know. People are, oh, is that a screenshot button? It takes a screenshot, I'm being told. Okay, it takes a screenshot. So, if it takes a screenshot, I guess it's a share button, but I guess what you'd have to do is sync your social media, like sync your Twitter or whatever. Alright, fair enough. That makes sense. It feels, now here's the thing, I was going to say, oh, it feels lighter. I'm so stupid, I didn't put the batteries in yet. Let me put the batteries into it, and let's see weight-wise, heft-wise, how it compares, okay? It'd be pretty dumb for me to say it's lighter, I don't have batteries in the thing yet. Again, one of the major differences between PS5 and Xbox controllers, this one requires batteries. PS5 does not. It's just a pure rechargeable that you have to plug into the console. I would assume that's why this doesn't come with the USB cable, right? But you got to hope for the best, and here's why I say that. Ever since I got my Xbox One, I've always had issues with the controller syncing. Sometimes they will sync, and I can turn the console on with it, and sometimes the controller will refuse to sync, and then I have to resync with the sync cable, and this didn't come with the sync cable. I better hope that the cable that came with the PS5 works with the Xbox Series X, because if it doesn't, I have no way to sync this controller if it refuses to sync wirelessly. So hopefully it works. Okay? Okay. Now, let's plug in the batteries. Go. Oh, wait, what? It's... No way. It's a special Duracell battery. Duracell OEM, not for retail sale battery. That's actually what it says on it. I've never seen that before. It's always just been like regular batteries they put in it. I've never seen one that says special, not for retail sale battery. That's kind of silly. All right. Batteries are in. Close it up. Now it has a little bit more weight and heft to it, which I expected. It still feels lighter to me. All right, give me a second here, guys. Let me fill this. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's lighter. The Xbox One controller is a little bit more heavy. Yeah, it's a little bit more heavy than the Xbox Series X controller. Okay, now let's do a side-by-side. So now you guys will be able to see them side-by-side. Okay? So here on the right is the Xbox One. Here on the left is the Xbox Series X. As you can see, pretty much identical in size, but the buttons are wider apart, the face buttons on the Xbox One. There's that new capture button added on the Xbox Series X. The D-pads are completely different, not even close to being the same. Textures on the triggers, you can even see it. Look, you can see the texture. From no texture on Xbox One, textures on Xbox Series X. See that? Same thing on the back. The Series X has textured grips. This one does not. It's smooth. So that's a major difference. And wait, this is much lighter. Excuse me. This is why I'm holding the wrong one. This is much lighter than this. Not much. Slightly lighter than the Xbox One controller. Okay? Those would be my direct comparison, side-by-side kind of observations. Doesn't mean anything about performance, but so far if anything, the one absolute difference is the D-pad. I can feel those clicks. That makes it feel like a clean D-pad to me for even fighting game motions, which me, I'm a fighting game player, and I could not play Killer Instinct on that D-pad. I had tons of problems on Xbox One. Okay? And I personally have really been enjoying the textured grip on my controller for the PlayStation 5. So I like the fact that they also went with a textured grip for not only the back of the controller, but also the triggers here on the Xbox Series X pad. I guess we'll see how that pans out. One criticism that I absolutely had for this controller, that texture that is around the thumbsticks wears out relatively quickly. Within a year of playing on this thing, the texture all kind of wore out and got almost bald tire. Same premise here, bald rubber around your thumbsticks. And that was really annoying, and I hope that doesn't happen as often with this controller. We're going to find out, I guess, but I'm hoping it doesn't necessarily have that issue. Maybe it won't wear out as quickly. We'll find out. But, okay. So, now what I'm seeing down here, one thing I did not look at, that is the adapter port, and that's for special attachments on the controller. It's identical to the one on the Xbox One controller. It's pretty much, yeah, they're identical. They're exactly the same port. But what I'm seeing is the headphone jack is actually a separate jack now. You used to have to buy an adapter for your Xbox One controller to plug in headphones. In the Xbox Series X controller, by default, you have the headphone jack. So you don't need to buy an additional accessory to plug your headphones in. That's great. That's so that's a direct improvement. The grips are a direct improvement, and the D-pad's a direct improvement. 3 major improvements right here in the controller from the last gen. I like that a lot. I really like that a lot. But I am annoyed it didn't come with the cable. I'll be very honest here. When I buy a new console, I get a new console gifted to me by a fan. I want cables. They didn't give me the USB cable. That's kind of annoying that they didn't give you one. What if this thing doesn't sync properly? How does this do software updates? Because on the PlayStation 5, you need to plug your controller in via USB to do a software update for this to the controller. Are they going to do it wirelessly? I don't know if that's a good idea. Interesting. Okay, so interesting. Let's do some more shout outs, because then what we're going to do, I'm actually going to take this, I'm going to move the camera, take this all over to my setup, and we're going to hook it up together live. How does that sound? Cool. Okay. Ellipsian says his came with the cable? Yours came with the controller cable? Ellipsian, seriously? I didn't get a controller cable. I got HDMI. I got power. That's it. Power and HDMI. I didn't get it, Ellipsian. You got it? What the fuck? Why did I not get the USB cable for the controller? It doesn't even say on the box that it comes with it. So I didn't think it came with it. Or did I get a bum thing? No, Still in the Shadows says his didn't. It doesn't come with it, I'm being told. Oh, okay. It doesn't. Everyone says it doesn't come with it. That's stupid. It should totally come with it. That is a disappointment to me. How does it not come with a freaking cable for the controller, right? Okay. All right. Couple shout outs here. Lou to me $10. He says companies should make fight pads alongside their default controller for fighting games. Although I have a Razer fight pad for PlayStation, I don't think it was made by PlayStation themselves. No, Razer does not make. It's not Sony. Razer is its own company. That's correct. It's its own individual company. And then I got an anonymous $10 tip. Thank you for the anonymous tipper. That gets us up to $142 so far tonight. You guys are incredibly generous. By the way, guys, obviously, if this was a normal stream, I'd be wearing a cowboy hat, I'd be wearing glasses and a vest. I have to do all that, I have to move around. That's why I'm not doing it. But if I sit down here later on in the stream and we're just investigating the console, then I'll do it. But I still have to go set this thing up, so we're holding off on all that for a little bit, okay? Thank you for the tips. Now, also, let's see here. Timbo Slice did a super chat, and he says controller syncs and updates wirelessly. I already read that one earlier. Connor X Crash did a super chat. He says middle button is the capture button. Then he did another super chat. Says use the cable from PS5 or Switch. They're exactly the same. Okay, and I actually have, that's true. I have a USB cable for the Switch as well. I didn't even think of that. Your boy Lem became a channel member, and Reno became a channel member. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks official. I'm going to confirm right now. All right? I'm going to confirm before I jump the gun here. I want to be sure this is real. I don't want to get everyone's hopes up and then crush them. It is official. We have hit 200 members. Yes. Yes. We've done it. Finally, ladies and gentlemen. Whoo, that took forever. But we did it. It took almost 2 months. But we got to 200 goddamn members. We've done it. That means abso-freaking-lutely, we will be doing a special themed marathon in the month of August. It also means there will be a new edition of Feasting with the King coming up during said marathon. Now, of course, all the details about that will be worked out at a later date. We have people who are going to have to vote and stuff. We'll figure it out. But for now, thank you guys for the support. Now, you don't just stop there. You never... Keyboard didn't work. You little fucker. Hold on. You don't just stop there. In life, you don't just become complacent. You don't say, oh, we did it, now we relax. No, never. You always go, you strive for the next. So let's set up a second goal. 250 members for this month. By the end of this month. And if we hit 250 members, I have no idea what I will do. But I will do something. I didn't know we were going to hit these. So I will just say this is our stretch goal for July. We already hit the main goal. We're going to be doing a special marathon event. Thank you guys for that support. We have a stretch goal in effect. If we hit it, I have no idea what we'll be doing. But we'll be doing something in celebration. Okay? Lars himself just became a supporter, which means we have already started work towards that stretch goal. We've done it. 201 members and growing. Here's to the next 200, as they say, right? Calling says maybe a Game Pass goal? Maybe. Let's see. Let's see how stuff goes, okay? All right, now. That was the unboxing. It took almost an hour, right? I knew it was going to take a while. Now what we will do is we will take this beautiful machine. We will take it over to my entertainment center. We will hook it up and get it working with my setup. But I need to adjust my camera to make sure that it's actually going to be looking down at the entertainment center. So allow me to do that while I move this over there. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? Is that real? BT for Life 20 just became a channel member 2. So now we're up to 202 and growing. 202 and growing. There we go. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Let's head over. Now, hold on a second. What is this? A broken piece of plastic. Hold on. Get that out of there. Alright. I need to readjust my camera. Shit. Go down. There we go. Okay. So, look at this mess. Look at this horrible mess. So, yes, that is my entertainment center. Alright, so here's what you're seeing. In the bottom left, that's my PlayStation 5. Okay. Just above the PlayStation 5 is my Xbox One, launch Xbox One. To the right of that is my PlayStation 3, which I'm still keeping so that we can play like PS1 games. Okay. Above that is my Wii U, and to the left of that is my Wii. And you might say, well, where's the Switch? It's behind my TV. There's no room for it here. So it's actually sitting behind the television. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate around my microphone. I have no idea how well you guys are going to be able to hear me, but I'm going to try to talk as loud as I can when I'm down there. And I'm going to hook this thing up. Okay? Fair enough? So this is it. This is my setup here. I'm going to show you. Let's, and by the way, there's nothing, this is, hold on a second. Let me rotate the microphone. Oh shit, hold on. Hold on while I do this. Is it going to stay? I think it'll stay. Barely, but I think it'll stay without falling, the microphone. Okay. Alright. Oh god, it's blocking everything. Hold on. That's no good. It's blocking everything. Shit. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure this out. No, that's not gonna work. What if I get it under? Possibly? Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Oh my god, stuck! Fucking stuck! That's better. Rearrange this thing. Like that. Aha! That worked. Okay, I got it to work. Good. Okay. It's working. Hold on. That should be like that. It's working. Can you guys hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? I hope you guys can hear me. I can see it's working. So, this baby's going to go right here. This is where the PlayStation 3 was. And by the way, I have bare feet now. I'm not wearing any shoes, so you're just going to have to deal with bare feet. I know many of you are very offended by bare human feet. You better prepare yourselves because I'm not wearing any shoes. Or I'm just forewarning all of you. You might have your heads melted now. Bare human feet is very dangerous. Okay. So this is going to go right here. This used to be where my PS3 was, but I cleaned all this today. I wiped down all the dust. It was disgusting. There was like 2 feet of dust. It was nasty as shit. So I'm going to put this right here. And this here is my ottoman where I have a lot of storage of games and wires and controllers and shit over here. To the left, this is nothing. See this over here, right here? This here? This isn't here. Just pretend like this isn't here. None of this exists. This is very organized and very clean. There's nothing there that you should even be looking at in that direction. Just pretend like that's not there, okay? In fact, maybe we should do this. There, okay, perfect. You see? That's not over there. That's totally not part of the mess of my office, okay? It doesn't exist. All right. So like I said, what I think we need to do, so here's the feet on the bottom of the thing, so it has to go flat, like this. But if I do it like this, all the ports are on the right-hand side. That's not going to work. I have to have it so the ports are to the left, because that's where the HDMI, the power, and everything needs to go. So I guess I have to put it in like this. Yeah, that's how it's going to go in. Now, just take a look. Look at this crazy comparison. Are you ready for this? Look at this. Look at this. What the shit? You want to talk about a size difference? The height of the Xbox Series X is about the same as the width of the PS5. That's crazy. That's an insane difference. That console is about 1/3 the size of that one. That is, I mean, hopefully the thing runs well, doesn't overheat and shit, but that is way better design. You know what I'm saying? Like, just sleekness, compactness, designed to fit in your entertainment center. This is way more, I mean, holy shit. That's better than the PS3. That's better than the Xbox One. That's better than everything else. That's better than, I mean, I had my PS4 Pro here. That's better than PS4 Pro. That's one of the best design consoles I've seen in a decade or longer. Seriously, that's like a crazy improvement. Damn. I seriously thought it was way bigger than that. I thought I was going to need like way more room. That thing fits perfectly there. Look. Okay. So now I need to get the HDMI. Oh, no, I don't need the HDMI. Here it is. The same HDMI cable that goes into my PS5 and also my Xbox One will just go right into the Xbox Series X right here. There you go. Nice and secure. I just need the power cable. This cable, that's it. And then Ethernet, which is also plugged into the Xbox One, I'll transfer that over. And it should work right out of the box, right? It should just work by default. All right, let's see. Standard cable, by the way. Standard cable. This is the same cable that's been used by like PlayStation and basically every electronic forever since like the 90s has used a cable like that, and it's using the standard cable. So they must have obviously put the power supply inside the thing. A giant change for Microsoft. They've always had their power supply separate. This is ginormous fucking block, and they changed it for this one finally. Okay. Alright, plugged it in. So now I need to run this behind the PS5 and plug it into my power strip over there. Okay. Go. Oh god, I almost, uh-oh. I hooked the PS5 and now it's going to be off its stand. It's going to fall over because the stand is so stupidly dumb. And the thing wiggles everywhere. It really does. It's terrible. Like, seriously? I'll be over here and I'll be unplugging a cable from, like, the back of a console, and the PS5 will go zoop and fall off the stand, and I gotta try to reposition it. That is terrible. Like, I like how it looks, but man, for utility, that thing is not well designed. That thing, it's wobbly. It's not steady. It doesn't. It's a mess. All right. Anyway. The Ethernet cable. Okay. So, all right. Theoretically, that should be it. Like, theoretically, that's the setup. That was very, very simple. You know, that was not anything complex or difficult. So theoretically, it should turn on now, and there should be no problems. All right. Now, I need to reposition my microphone and everything back the way it was. Shit. To do that, I need to lift this up. Hold on. Okay. Now like this. Move that here. Move that here. Move this. Okay, I think we're almost back to normal now. A little wobbly, but I think it's always a little wobbly here. Fuck. God damn it. Hold on. Okay. I need to fix my microphone. It's definitely not in the right place. My whole stand rotated, that's why. Okay. Yeah, it's like my stand's wobbling. I need to go over there and make sure that the stand is in the right spot. It's not. Look at that. It's like wobbling all over the place because I fucked with it. Hold on. First one, all the shit out of the fucking way. That there, secure. That down there. Okay, much better. It's lopsided. What the hell? Why is it so lopsided? Oh, hold on. There we go. That's way better. That thing was lopsided for the longest time. Holy shit. That thing was completely lopsided for like the longest time, and I finally just fixed it. It's actually like way sturdier now. It never was this sturdy before. Holy crap. I gotta fix the camera now, but that's good. Okay. This is the Xbox One controller. I have to basically clean up a little bit before we get started because I'm going to boot it up and we're going to get it working and everything. Here we go. I got shout outs to do, of course. Okay, let me fix the camera. The camera's wrong now. How's that? Is that correct? It's about correct. Yeah, it's about right. That's about how we started. Okay. The true test will be when we actually go to the capture setup. Which I guess we could fix. Right? Let's see. Ooh, nice art. Let me just get this camera to be the right resolution now. Let's see here. Looks good, right? This is ready to go pretty much for the first booting, which I don't know how it's going to go. But I need to actually, hold on, before I do this. I have to position everything's falling off the tables now. You know what I should do? I'm going to put all the shit inside this box. This is the box that came in. Put all the stuff in it. Close it up so that way it's all contained. I don't need the HDMI cable, so I guess I'll put it back in the box. Don't need that for now. If I need an extra cable, I have it now. That's good. Always use extra. Brand spanking new HDMI cable. Alright, everything in there? Oh, the booklet. The pieces of plastic. From the wires. Everything in there? I think everything else is in there now. Okay. Close it up. That's it. It's been unboxed. It's been hooked up to my entertainment system. Alright, it's ready for the first booting. Which we will do in a moment. I just want to get everything in position here. And like I promised you guys, since we had so many contributions tonight, which I'll do more shout-outs for, but we need a vest, right? We need glasses. We're not to the cowboy hat yet, but we need a vest and we need glasses. So let's get that going. I will actually do the poll right now for those who are watching live. Derek, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying the stream. This is pretty fun. I'm having a good time tonight. So, which vest tonight will be the, let's see, I wore the denim earlier. So it would be red, blue, camo, or gray will be the 4 options for tonight because I recently just wore the platinum as well as the beige. All right. The vest poll has begun. Please vote, everyone. In the meantime, shout outs. Team Ico Gamer tipped me $1.30 and says, if you leave the Xbox on its side facing the back wall, that's not enough clearance to keep the console cool. It's not like the PS5. All the hot air exits through the compact opening at the top, so make sure the air exits to a clean open space. There's no way to do that. I don't know what to tell you. If I rotate it, the cords won't have clearance in order to actually reach it. The only clear open space is directly facing me, and I can't do that because of the way that they designed the cords. They fucked it up. Unless I completely flip it the other way, like if I flip it upside down, but then it has no feet to sit on. Yeah, I don't know. It's at least a foot of clearance between that and the wall. At least. And it's all open air back there. There's not like a bunch of cluttered shit. It's all open air. I cleaned it too. There's no dust or anything. I wiped it all down. So it should be a whole foot of open air behind it. King confirms there's nowhere for it to stand up. There's literally nowhere there to stand it up. There's no room to stand this console up anywhere. It's just not going to happen. It has to be down there on the entertainment system. So, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I guess we'll see what happens. Okay. So, let's see what happened here. Can we get more super chats and the like? We did. So, Rick Steves Europe did a super chat. I thought you couldn't tilt your camera. I never said I couldn't tilt my camera. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Maniac Cop did a super chat. Says, do push-ups now. I want to see 25. No, fuck you. I'm doing a nice unboxing. I don't have to do stupid shit for you. Okay. Stupid trolls. All right. So, that is it for the unboxing, initial exploration, and hookup. Comparison, all of that. The physical side of the Xbox Series X has been completed. All right? Now, it's time for the initial booting of the console. This will be very interesting to see how this goes. I hope it works and everything is good. We're going to find out. Okay? Very soon. All right, good stuff.